Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Scorpio. Let's see what's cooking for you, Scorpio. Oops, there we go. We got an Emperor, lots of Emperors showing up. A lot of leveling up going on. Yeah, Scorpio got an Emperor, got their eye on you. Yeah, I do see someone wanting to go. This is spending time together, doing things together. Learning about all the things you have in common. Yeah, there's still more to learn. This is someone shining a light. There's a lot of curiosity, things that need to be learned, but it could be someone who's not telling you everything just yet. Yeah, they need to know more. Yeah, I do see a little time out, a break. Someone kind of pinned down by their thoughts, thinking. This is a little bit of, there's been a time out, possibly some of you. Yeah, but it's just someone often just taking a little break, a much needed rest. Yeah, someone's had a lot on their plate. Yeah, feeling pressure, a lot on their plate, working multiple jobs, that kind of energy. But it's about stability and reliability. It's about someone here. Something could be bothering someone here. Maybe they're not saying anything. But it's often someone who doesn't like to lay their burdens on other people, like to bother other people with their problems. But it is about being reliable. So it's about, I feel it's somebody here wanting to know more, showing that they can be reliable too. So, but I do see there's been a little time out here, or there may be. Someone releasing some baggage. This is where the sun starts to shine. See, getting to know someone, spending time together. Let's have a look at the Emperor. Yeah. So someone taking control, taking the lead. They're definitely in control of their emotions. Do stay in control of your emotions yourself. Don't let them rule you. Okay? Yeah. Let's take a look at the Queen of Cups. Yeah. So I do see there was a painful ending. Someone may put on the brakes. Somebody here may have gone through a painful ending. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back. But this is where the sun starts to shine. So interesting. It's somebody taking the lead, taking control. Yeah, taking charge of a situation. But just watch out for that controlling energy. But it is about spending time together. See, two people building each other up. There's things being learned. Someone may have ended a situation. So, yeah, we have someone here who's, I feel, single. Yeah, again, cooperation, compromise, compatibility, the things you have in common. You're both single. But look at that, spending time together. See, two people who build each other up. So this is lovely, lifting each other up out of something that was a painful ending. Someone may have put on the brakes at some point. Maybe they needed a time out to heal, to let go of baggage. But it's often something bothering someone, so they put on the brakes because something's bothering them. They don't want to lay their burdens on the other person. So this could be something that's happened. So 7 of Swords. Yeah, this is going on a date. Someone feeling definitely more confident. I see kindness, compassion, feeling more confident. But it's an energy of dating. See, this is somebody here who likes to be in control. It's about just dating. Yeah, let's have a look at the 4 of Swords. What's happening? This is someone hard to pin down. It's a person who's single. They're hard to pin down. Yeah, I see some of you waiting. See, waiting for a situation to come to fruition, this person to be more confident. But this is also taming the beast. You need to teach someone how you want to be treated. There's a lot of passion, desire, physical attraction. But it's like this person has single on their mind. So that's, but I do think you have a lot in common. Like, I do think there's compatibility. I do think it's about building each other up. See, building up that confidence to do with love, connecting. Maybe taking that to that next level for some of you. Yeah, somebody maybe been single for a while, or could be someone fairly newly single because of the painful ending. But I feel some of you, maybe you ended something here. Maybe you took your power back from someone. But this is a person coming in determined to succeed. They're determined. So, yeah, they are a leader. They're definitely someone who makes things happen. But I see dating. If you have a few people around you, because this is someone who often just waits for the one, expanding the horizon, see, waiting. Somebody here's a little hard to pin down. They're not always the most reliable. So it could be someone coming in, show you that they can be relied on. So we'll see. Let's have a, that's what I'm feeling here. Yeah. Someone's protecting themselves, though, their money. See, this is often someone who kind of wants things their way. They'd like to take control. They want to be in control. Somebody may have lost control too, especially if it's the feminine who decided to end something. Yeah, but it's somebody who rises like the phoenix from the ashes. So I do feel this is somebody here who's in your energy. They're around, but is somebody protecting themselves, their heart, or just not budging and giving in. If someone isn't stable or reliable, you should never really give in to them, especially when it comes to the physical connection. But it's like somebody's in this dating mode. See, it's communication, dating, reaching out, feeling more confident. So if you've been waiting, I do feel like you're in that protective energy yourself. But I think this is somebody who is protecting themselves. They kind of want things their way. See, it's about giving someone their way. Let's have a look at the Three of Wands. Yeah, see, there's been indecision here. Somebody here who is hard to pin down. They can't make up their mind. They put on the brakes. It's an energy of taking a pause, looking at this from the other person's perspective. Looking at things into me, going within. It's quite similar to the High Priestess, but this is somebody kind of just looking at things. See, it's almost like looking the other way. It's like, are you ignoring that this person's hard to pin down, where they kind of want things their way? Because it's about protecting yourself too. And this is someone protecting their money. They've been enjoying the fruits of their labor. I hope this isn't someone who's keeping you kind of stuck and single here. But I mean, I do feel like they're making something happen. They are taking control, but it's like getting everything their way. It's kind of my way or the highway, even if it's unspoken, but it is protecting money. I mean, this could be somebody who's just paid off a lot of debt, you know, they're kind of in protective mode. But I feel like you need to kind of look at this, because it does look like they're kind of controlling. They want things their way. They're hard to pin down. Now it's about looking at things from a different perspective. Don't be afraid to take a little pause here. Okay, when there's a little time out, a break, and kind of look at this, because I see a little aha moment. See, this is about seeing. Someone who kind of likes to have things their way. I feel like you need to teach this person how you want to be treated. Maybe this is what you've done. But it has to do also with this person still needing to learn something. You see, there's curiosity, learning something, things that need to be known. Someone's not telling you something here. I do think I don't know if this person is, I think it's someone who's either paid off a lot of debt or they have something bothering them. They're definitely wanting things their way. But this is, I feel, you having that moment where you need to kind of protect yourself a little bit. Yeah, so you take a little step back. Again, there's that energy. And look at things from a different perspective. So you seeing things from a different light. So I feel like this is someone who, something definitely they're not saying. And I do think it's an energy of not telling you everything or telling you just what you want to hear. But it's someone who's in dating mode, keeping you kind of in that stuck and single energy. I think this person just kind of, I don't know, it's like keeping someone stuck and single. It's whether or not they're reliable. If you've got someone who's been putting on the brakes and you're not so sure if you can rely on this person, definitely, you know, look out for yourself here too. Yeah, someone's morals, values, lifestyle, the way they conduct themselves, it has to do with faith and loyalty, being on the same page. So I don't know here, because there's something that still needs to be learned. Someone here still needs to learn something. I wonder if this is someone just telling someone what they want to hear. They just want to date. And then when it's time to, you know, make some kind of commitment here, they kind of put on the brakes. They want everything their way. But I do see some sort of an agreement. I mean, this could be someone looking at this, like how to protect themselves, their money. I do see inheritance, things inherited. But it's lifestyle, the way someone's conducting themselves. It's about someone being faithful or loyal. There's something that still needs to be learned. Yeah, I see someone working very hard to get where they're at, putting in effort. So I do see some kind of an agreement here. I don't know. I feel like you're agreeing to disagree. You may not agree with everything, but yet, yeah, like, tell me about that Ten of Swords, because this is about something that ends, and then you see someone rising like the phoenix from the ashes, and I feel very well could be yourself, but I feel like it's just this person swooping in and taking control. It's like, to me, it looks like someone who doesn't want to let someone go, but they want everything their way, keeping someone stuck and single right where they want them, you know, but yet there's that physical connection. There is compatibility, there is things in common, but it's about, you're supposed to be lifting each other up, going down this path, teaming up, spending time together. Someone trying to spend more time with someone, but they're still in that energy of dating. So someone who needs to come in right, they need to, it is about commitment, making a commitment. So maybe there's an agreement about, you know, committing to the agreement, following through, putting in effort. Making sure just make sure you're on the same page. I feel like there's something that's not being said. Someone may be just telling you what you want to hear. They're not telling you everything, because things are working out, I feel, in their favor. They're getting something they want. Are you getting what you want? But it's someone who knows. I feel there's this energy of making a commitment and putting in more effort. So it is somebody kind of following through. So there is some kind of a commitment, but I feel like it's unspoken. It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like they're not saying it, but, and like that's as far as it goes. I would be a little cautious with this person, lovely or not. Tell me more about this Emperor. What is this person's intentions? Yeah, they choose their battle. Someone who rushes in. See, taking decisive action. And someone who doesn't want someone to get away, they hold on to them, but it has to do with not committing. But I feel they are committed to it, dating. But I don't know if it's going to go any further. There's a lot of focus on work, lifestyle, habits, the way someone's conducting themselves, kind of definitely protecting their money. Yeah, I don't feel like they're doing anything bad. They're just kind of like coming in. They don't want you to get away. See, because it's coming to an end. Someone putting on the brakes, like straw that broke the camel's back. It's two people coming together, but it's like it's all about the physical attraction. The physical. Tell me about the Lovers. Yeah, it has to do with change. See, someone who comes back around, but are they doing the same thing over and over? See, a habit, a pattern. Somebody keeps coming back in doing the same thing. They plant the seed, but then they become closed off. See, they want it's someone who kind of wants their cake and eat it too, right? They don't want to commit, because what it is, they really have the best of both worlds, right? They're getting what they want. They just spend some time with you, right? Spending time doing things together. And then it's someone who's put on the brakes, but they don't want you to get away. So it's telling you to kind of look at that. And I do think this is someone, you know, looking at that energy. You know, they know. I feel like they're not telling you everything, though, like telling you what you want to hear. But are they actually saying? Are they communicating clearly? Are they actually telling you? Because it's a page and a knight. Are they actually telling you the energy that they're coming in, where this is going? Because it has to do with commitment and having faith that this is the path you're going down. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's still confusion, illusion, things that are still unknown. It has to do with emotional intimacy too, but there's something kind of being hidden. I mean, it looks to me like a fear of commitment to me. The fear of committing, going deep within their feelings. There's definitely feelings. I mean, but I feel like this is someone who, they have the best of both worlds. They got their cake and eat it too. I feel like you need to make sure you get clarity and that you're on the same page. There's things that are unknown here. Yeah. Yeah, this is like I say, time in between, things calming down, taking lessons learned. I feel like you're not getting clarity here. I don't think this person's telling you everything. I mean, they're committed to the point where they're faithful, but I think the buck stops here when it comes to actual marriage or commitment. It's an energy of them. This is somebody who moves on to avoid a disaster. See, too much time in between. To me, it looks like somebody tries to avoid commitment in some way, avoiding having that deep conversation about commitment. Yeah, I would be asking some questions here, some absolute clarity. Tell me about, because it's very tempting, like they come in, it's very tempting, but it's telling you to take a step back and have this little aha moment. Look at this from a different perspective. Someone who's been indecisive. So you're waiting, they're indecisive, then they come in. It's telling you to look at this differently. It's somebody who often takes that pause, a break, a much needed rest. Yeah, they could have a lot on their plate, That's understandable. It's understandable. Understanding. But are you understanding each other as the way this is going? Because it has to do with this aha moment, this enlightenment, taking a step back, seeing things different. Something's a little off. I think there's still something a little off with this. They don't want you to get away. They're holding on to you, but they're keeping you single. They're getting the best of both worlds. See, they have their cake and eat it too. I mean, you're getting, this person's maybe spending time with you, putting in a little more effort, but it's all about the physical connection. So they have the best of both worlds. They're actually still single. They're in control. You can't control them. You're not telling them what to do, It's telling you to take a look at this and think about it. Yeah, so someone drags their feet, taking their time. See, they drag their feet. They're moving slow. A lot of focus on money. I mean, that's understandable. It's reasonable. I feel like you keep forgiving this person because you're somehow feeling confident that they will commit. They might. But I still feel they're getting the best of both worlds. They want their cake and eat it too. They're protecting their money. And if there ever is, there would be, put it this way, this is somebody who would definitely be wanting a prenup. They would be protecting everything. Inheritance, their money, all of it. I don't really feel like this is someone who wants to provide for someone else. So look at what you're actually providing for this person. See, they have the best of both worlds. They're free. They can do as they please during this any time in between. So, yeah, I mean, I do think they're faithful. I don't feel like this person's up to anything, but they have a fear of commitment. This is why they drag their feet. I feel like they just, it's all about focus on money and moving slow, but it has to do with, very slow. See, this is somebody who comes in, then they start slowing down after a period of time. Yeah. Just take a look at it. Don't be afraid to ask the questions. If you're curious and ask, they should be an open book. It's someone who should be speaking truth, an open book. And I don't think they're a bad person. I just think they have an absolute fear of commitment. There could be secrets, things here they don't want you to know. It could do with money, inheritance, things they're protecting. I mean, they could have debt to pay off. Who knows? I mean, even though it's an emperor, a lot of people are cash poor, and property rich or investment rich, things like that. So, but yeah, they're definitely not telling you everything. Yeah, see, whenever there's this time in between, there's this longing for love, missing someone. See, when there's time in between, somebody misses someone. I mean, there's feelings, but like I say, they are definitely in that protecting their money and keeping you kind of stuck. It's like coming back around. There's some change here, spending time together, but there's also no change in other areas. Yeah. It's telling you to look at it. Okay, don't be afraid to put on the brakes here, because I do feel this is an energy of something has ended. There's been an ending, but it looks like they've come back around, or they're going to. But this is someone rising like the phoenix from the ashes. You feel like they've changed. But it's about you changing as well. You see? There's some things that you may need to change. Lifestyle patterns, habits. See, there's a need for change of structure, lifestyle. There could be children involved. I see inheritance, money. Yeah, I mean, there's just, it's complicated. It's confusing. Somebody here doesn't want something complicated. But like I say, I feel too, this is about yourself changing. See, learning to go with the flow. But I still feel this is someone not telling you everything. It's like you're actually still, they're committed to dating you, put it that way. Okay? That's what it's trying to say. And I do think they're faithful. But this is someone who's also faithful and loyal to themselves. I mean, if they have children especially, that's where their loyalty and faith lies. Inheritance. Protecting the money. But I see this energy of things, time in between, missing someone. But I also feel this energy of see, it's about moving in together, being together. See, going down this path together, teaming up, working together, lifting each other up. I'm really hoping this person pushes through that, but I do think this person has an absolute fear of commitment, marriage, and it could be because there's children, single parent energy, someone who only has enough to provide, only enough to provide for themselves, children, if that's the case. Yeah. They do work, though. They are somebody who's a worker. They focus a lot on their money. They're trying to save their money, protect their money, everything they've worked for. But you have to look at yourself. You also need to protect yourself. Because this is somebody committed to dating. So take care. Bye for now.